CX Breakdown!
Welcome to The Breakdown, the show where we take your customer surveys and run them back like game film. I'm Lisa Lyle.
And I'm Kim Battles. We're both from the Danger Group, where we have spent years helping companies figure out their customers are actually trying to say.
Which, spoiler alert, usually isn't everything is great, keep it up.
What? I can't believe that, Lisa. Come on, customers love us. I can't believe they'd ever give us a bad survey.
Well, Kim, let me set the stage on this whole show with a question. Have you and your husband ever watched the exact same football game, but somehow seen two completely different games?
Every Saturday in the fall, he always says the team is not showing everything, and I'm like, that's all we got, buddy. Play after play. We're running 4 plays. Run the ball, throw the ball, throw the ball, throw the ball, rinse and repeat.
So, same game, but two different perspectives.
Completely. I mean, and that's the thing. That's exactly how customer experience is. The customer watched one game, the company watched something completely different.
And both of them are usually sitting there convinced that they actually saw what really happened.
Right. I mean, just because they fixed the machine right the first time, the customer didn't call and make any complaints, they assumed everything was perfect. But to the customer, it was a disaster.
So that's our show. We take a real survey, we break it down from both sides. First, we're going to look at the customer's view. What were they actually feeling? Because a 6 out of 10 is never just a 6. There's always a story behind that number.
There always is. I don't care if they give you a 9 or a 10. Sometimes there's a story behind it and it's a warning sign.
Yeah. And then after that, we're going to flip over to the company side. It's not a measure that you just kind of stick away and you forget about it, but actually, how can you use this to move forward?
Yeah, that's the whole job. Both sides, getting both sides to watch the same game.
Yeah. And there's going to be some comeback stories that are going to make you stand up and cheer. And then some are just train wrecks. It's really hard to look away.
I can't look away. I want to, but I have to see.
Yes. And every single survey proves that your customers are listening. They're watching what you do. They're looking to see how you're going to take the feedback and should they leave to go to the other guy.
So we're going to tell it like it is, the good, the bad, and the ugly.
We're going to be nice about it, mostly.
Okay, you're going to be nice about it. I'm going to be honest and direct.
Oh, well, that's who we are. So we're going to be the breakdown and let's get going.
All right, grab your cup of coffee and let's hear what we've got.
Every review tells a story. Every customer leaves a clue. The numbers never tell the whole thing until you know what people do.
Okay, so let's set the stage. We are in December of 2024. What do we got, Lisa?
We got a big customer. They've got forklifts, power lifts, 60 to 70 pieces of equipment on a service schedule. This is not a small account. This is one that you build your entire year around.
All right, so let's take a look at the scoreboard. Doesn't look like he's happy. Satisfaction, 5. Likelihood to repeat, 6. Likelihood to recommend, 6. Out of this, what do you think the company's doing, Lisa? Do you think the company is winning? What do you think this company is scoring? I think they're getting all zeros.
Probably. And they probably think they're doing well. They came out, they serviced the equipment, it's a maintenance contract, in and out, no big deal.
So walk me through this. Tell me what actually went wrong.
Okay. All right, so first, let's talk about parts confusion. The customer told us that the tech couldn't come out because the parts weren't in. But then he gets an email saying the parts were in, and a tech shows up, fixes one machine, but doesn't touch a different union where the parts were already confirmed that they were available.
So the left hand's emailing, and the right hand, well, the right hand's not got notifications turned on yet.
Pretty much. And the service side and the parts side really aren't talking to each other. And so the second, he never gets the same tech. He tries to request a technician that he trusts. Instead, he's constantly being sent someone out who he feels isn't skilled enough to complete the repair.
So it's like a blind date every service call. He never knows who's going to show up at the door.
Yes, and sometimes it does not go well, and sometimes he gets stood up.
as most blind dates go.
Yeah. And there was a third thing that happened. And this one is the one that really hurts the most. The technician just didn't listen to what the customer needed.
Now, was there anybody out there at all for trying to help the customer?
Absolutely. And thank goodness for Karen. She's a scheduler. Her communication was rated 9 out of 10. Ease, working with her, 9. Every time something broke, Karen was the one who was able to smooth it over. So the fact that the service was not good, Karen still stood out.
So, surprise, surprise, a Karen of all people is carrying a relationship.
Absolutely. And here's where the 2024 story ends. And it's the scary part. The customer was done. He was just done. He was ready to take his company, his business, and move his fleet over to a competitor.
So, we're about to lose our biggest customer.
Absolutely. That's where we are. And so let's fast forward to today and see what happened with this customer.
Okay, so present day, we're June of 2026. Same customer takes another survey. I'm going to be honest, Lisa, I'm kind of bracing myself for this disappointment. He was not happy in 2024. What do you think this looks like?
Well, you're not going to believe it, but it was almost straight 10s. Coming back at 10, recommending the dealer, 10. Overall satisfaction, 10. Service done right, 10.
What? From
Yeah.
5 and 6 in 2024 to a perfect 10, same customer. You're kidding me, right? What happened?
Nope. What happened? 2 years was what happened. Well, there was a man named Mike. He was a new technician. The customer calls him out directly. He says he's knowledgeable, he's easy to talk to, and he genuinely cares. The customer could see that.
Which is wild, right? So you go from a tech who didn't listen to one that listens and takes action.
Yeah, and it didn't stop there. Someone followed up. They thanked him, and they wrapped up the service within 3 days.
All right, so now let's talk about the turning point. So what changed?
That's what we want to know, right? What changed? What turned it around? And it's going to surprise everybody. What turned it around was a survey.
Wait, a survey? Seriously? Not a discount, not a great big apology, an actual survey.
You're right. None of those things. It was just a phone call to ask the customer what could have been better.
But nobody reads those things.
That's what they think. The customer said it himself. The one thing that shifted his mind and his whole company's mind was that somebody asked. Not only did they ask, somebody called, they listened, and then they acted, which was the part that mattered the most to the customer.
So you're telling me a survey had enough in it that not only to make changes, but to actually save the account? I thought a survey, all it had was a score.
True, but it's not your average survey where all you get is a star rating. This one let the customer share what they were actually feeling in a way that the company could actually take action on it.
And the fix, was it some big overhaul?
No, that was the best part. This was something easy. This was giving the customer a technician that they know and they could trust.
That's it?
Yep, it's embarrassingly simple. It's the kind of fix where you go back and you check the math because it can really be that easy.
Wow. I just can't believe a survey did all that. Well, I'll tell you what.
Right?
Let's turn the tables, Lisa. Let's play devil's advocate for just a minute. I want to see this from the company side of business.
Absolutely. And I love devil's advocate. So let's go.
All right. Put yourself in the company seat. From where they are sitting, they thought they were doing everything right. They believed they were sending out their best techs. Nobody was complaining. Nothing was happening. Why should they have made it? Why even open that survey? Customer was happy. Why should I have read it?
Yeah. Well, in their game, they were winning and they thought it was a solid service call.
Okay, so here's my question. What if they never got the feedback? What if that call never got made and the customer never got asked the question?
Yeah, absolutely. Then nothing changes. Because from their side, the company side, there's no problems to fix. Everything looks fine on the scoreboard the way we're looking at it. The customer was not calling to complain. He was just quiet.
And that's the crazy part. It's not that they were doing a bad job on purpose. They were watching a completely different game than the customer.
Absolutely. They thought they were up by 3 touchdowns, and the customer thinks they're being blown out. Same field, 2 scoreboards.
So walk us fast forward to this. No survey, no call. What happens?
Well, Larry doesn't complain. He's not loud. That's the thing that people get wrong. He doesn't make a scene. He just quietly starts moving his equipment over to the competitor, 1 p.m. service at a time.
No angry email, no warning.
No, because unhappy customers usually don't tell you they're leaving. They just leave. The company's still there thinking, we're doing great. Our techs are the best guy, while their biggest account is walking out the door.
And most people think, well, it's just one survey, it's just one customer, who cares, right? But by the time it shows up in the numbers.
Mm-hmm. Right. Well, we're not looking at a lost customer report or a survey. It's not a save. Nobody can even tell you when or why people are leaving, but you can be preemptive.
So the devil's advocate take actually makes a case for surveys, not against them.
Yeah, it's absolutely the strongest case there is. The company isn't the villain. They just couldn't see what the customer saw. It's a bias. The survey was the only thing that let them watch the game from the customer's seat. A lot of teams think they're doing great until they watch the film back.
Same game. Finally, everybody's on the same scoreboard.
Absolutely.
All right, so our takeaway.
Okay, so Kim, with all this said, what do you want people to take away from it?
It's tempting to say the lesson is just hire great technicians, and sure, but technicians are rare and hard to find nowadays.
Yeah, but the lesson isn't the technician. It's about the survey in 2024, 2 years ago. That survey is the reason we still have this customer in 2026.
So if no one had asked, he just leaves quietly, and we never know why.
Nope, one day you're just not doing service with him anymore. And he told us himself when we called. He said, keep reaching out. Do as much as you can. The feedback is what you need to hear, good or bad. It's a gift.
It really is a gift. Anytime a customer is willing to share with you their experience, good or bad, it is a gift. So the survey isn't just a grade you file away. It's a warning light. You need to pay attention to the warning light. It's telling you to slow down and pay attention.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the tape. Kim, you got any final words today?
Just this. If today's episode made you think about a survey sitting in your inbox right now, go open it, read it, listen to what the customer's trying to say. Don't make it personal. Don't let it die on a dashboard that nobody looks at.
Rest in peace for every dashboard that nobody opens and uses.
Amen to that. Because somewhere there is a customer telling you exactly how the game looks from their seat, and the companies that win, they're the ones who actually pull up the chair next to the customer and watch it together.
Yeah. And here's the bigger question. If you're not surveying your customers right now, you need to ask yourself why. Why not? What are they experiencing that you can't see? That's in your blind spots.
If you're ready to start a survey program, or you've got one and you're looking to make a change, that's what we do. The Daniel Group, we are a full service customer experience firm, and we're here to help.
Well said, Kim. So there's your homework. Go listen to somebody today, a customer, a coworker, maybe your husband during the game.
All right, Lisa, let's not get crazy here.
Fair enough. Well, if you like this one, follow the show and share it with someone who needs to hear it. And we'll see you next time.
We're Lisa, Lyle, and Kim Battles from the Daniel Group.
And this has been The Breakdown.
We challenge the old ways because great customer experience doesn't happen by accident. Welcome to the CX Breakdown!